Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and if you're joining me on YouTube, this is a live stream. So if I'm talking to chat or otherwise distracted, that's just going to be par for the course. Par for the course. That's the word I'm trying to say. My throat's a little sore today. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what. I don't feel any other symptoms, so it could just be I've been talking a lot with streams and stuff, although I had a day of rest yesterday, so I don't really know. But my throat kind of hurt Sunday too, so I don't know. Sometimes content creation is kind of hard on your throat. You do a lot of talking, especially I talk a lot. But yeah, we're all right. I got my tea here. Matter of fact, I'm topping it off as we speak, so hopefully we'll be okay. All right. So what am I going to be doing today? Well, I have this interchange task, and I've been kind of beating my head against it, and I'm going to continue to do that, and that's what we're going to do today. Until this task is done, that's all we're going to do. We're going to go into interchange, and we're going to just keep going until we get our task. So I have to kill 20 scavs total. I've killed 11. So we have 9 to go. In theory, that could take a couple runs. Or I could go all 2 hours and not accomplish it at all. So we'll just do our best. Did a bit of staring at my the map on the wiki to try and figure out courses to take. And I think I know what I want to do. Depending on where I spawn, I have a couple different game plans of what I'm going to do. Whether or not the game plan works out, I mean, every plan survives until you have the first encounter with the enemy, so we'll see how that goes. I do have to purchase all my equipment, but this shouldn't take too long. I'm going to go in fairly lightly geared, but I'm going to have to do a little bit of trading to get what I want here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm fairly certain I have the equipment for it. If I don't, we'll find out fairly soon, and I'll have an alternate plan. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into trading. We have 2 items we need to barter for. Hey, Ursi. The first one, I believe we get from Mechanic. Let's just go ahead and go to barter items. That will sort it out nicely for us. And what we want... Oh, what do you need for this? I have one of these, so I could trade for that. I don't know. The power brick may be worth more because for other things, so I would really prefer not to. But what I'm looking to do is trade these right-handled pliers. I believe I have enough to do this trade. We'll find out in a second. Yes, I do. So we're going to go ahead and grab the shotgun. Not really a big fan of this. I already had one of these, and it didn't really serve me all that well. But I have a plan for this, and we'll see if the MP133 can redeem itself. Because right now, this is like my bottom 3 of weapons. It has not been very effective for me. But a lot of that is because I've been using buckshot. I'm going to switch to slugs and see if it can redeem itself. So we're going to go ahead and hit deal for that. Out of curiosity, how many more red-handled pliers do I have? It looks like I have 1. So if I can get 2 more, we got another one of these shotguns in the run. Okay, the other trade we need to make. Now, I could already have one of these hats in my insurance. I kind of don't want to check the insurance, though, because my stash is really full, and if it's something other than that, I'm going to have a hard time finding room for it. So we're just going to make the purchases required first and go from there. So the next thing I need is I need to go to Ragman, the bastard, because this is his mission, and he won't sell me the hat I need. I need to trade for it. Now, I don't know how many of these little chainlets I have. Let me go ahead and check that so we have an idea of how long we can sustain a run like this. I believe they should all be in this bag. I might have it separated into a different bag. We've got at least 5, so we've got 5 goes of this that we can do. I've got plenty of money besides, so everything else I'll need I can easily afford. But the problem is the hat. And I really don't want to buy them on the flea market because the flea market prices are just outrageous, and I refuse to pay outrageous prices for an item that I can already get just through bartering. So we're going to go to Ragman. We're going to hit the barter function here. We're going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to fill items, and we're going to deal. Okay, so... we want one more thing from Ragman. What we want is we want the rig we need, which is this boy right here. See, it's kind of like a racket on Ragman's side. He gives you a quest, and he's like, wear this certain gear, right? It's all gear he sells, so he knows he's getting profits out of me, the bastard. Wear our hat, and we don't need this bag anymore once we get the shotgun. There we go. Not that long to set it up. Okay, so let's first ensure this, because I'd like to get them back if we are unsuccessful. And hey, if I am successful here in the first couple of runs, it's great because we can just sell this stuff. Not a big deal. This would always be useful. This I can just start selling, and I'm sure I'll get more money out of it than it cost me in insurance. Okay, so this is the opportunity for the shotgun to redeem itself. So we're going to go ahead and grab some slugs here, and we're going to top this thing off. So first, one in the chamber. I'm going to have to actually... the annoyance of having to top off the magazine here. You can't rip that off in your hands because it's a vital component, and you can't hold vital components. I mean, you can't hold an unfinished gun in your hands. Okay, so we've got that topped off. So we got 7 slugs ready to go. And we could go with a pocket full of... I think I should probably bring a fair number because we'd like to get... My goal here, and I've called this no escape. The reason I've called it that is partly because that's my mindset. We do not escape until we accomplish something here. So I'm going in. I'm going to go ahead and go ahead. And grab another stack of 20, but I'll put that in my lockbox. So this 20 will be ready for reloading. The other 20 will be ready. If that gets all used up, we'll switch it over and put it in our pocket. And that would be a good time if we have to do that, because that means I've been shooting and living a little bit longer than 10 seconds. All right, so what is all going on with this shotgun? It's pretty kitted out. In particular, we've got a red dot sight, which I hope will help us with the accuracy for the slugs, which is one of the reasons I'm using slugs. If I didn't have this red dot sight, I wouldn't use slugs. I'd just use buckshot because my aim would be kind of just rough. But I think we can do it. All right, so that's everything we need. We should take a bag, though, just so we can do some looting. Kind of do a bare minimum bag here. All right, so insurance, good. Medical's good. We don't have the greatest medicals, but we have something. And here we go. It's not a bad scav run. I do have a quest to kill scavs with a Mosin. They have to be more than 50 meters away. But I think I can do that anywhere. So I could do that on interchange. Although interchange is kind of tricky with how things work. We'll go with 8 in the morning here. All right. Oh, I should insure this. As much as I don't like the MP133, this is a nice kitted out shotgun. If somebody kills me that's a player, they'll probably loot it just for all the attachments, but we might as well. Okay, here we go. So, I do have a flashlight. One of the big reasons I don't like interchange is a lot of the indoors area is dark. And one of the runs I did, I went inside one of the garages, the parking garages, and there was a scav there, and I just couldn't see him. As a result, I died. I mean, I'm not wearing armor, so they don't have to hit me very many times to kill me, which is one of the things that's frustrating about those quests. Why I've had a lot of frustration with it. Because of the requirement for this hat, I can't wear a helmet. If you get shot once in the head, you're dead. So it's nice to have some kind of head protection. And because I don't have any head protection, I'm hesitant to use very good gear. Because I can die so easy. Even if I kill somebody and get armor, I can't wear it because I have to wear the hat for this quest to count. Again, I don't know how Ragman knows. In my mind, the lore of this is he has a dude with binoculars running around, chasing after me and watching me from bushes to make sure I have this hat on and this rig on the whole time. Now, I don't know why he wants me to do this, other than he thinks it's funny. To make me run around with a very specific gear that only he sells. Again, it's a profit thing, right? He makes money by me having to do this. But yeah, other than like maybe it's not binoculars, maybe it's a video camera. Maybe Ragman like laughs his ass off watching us struggle trying to do this quest. Okie dokie. So I spawned in on this side of the map. So I'm going to do plan B. So I have two routes that I'm going to be taking. Plan A, plan B. This is plan B. So if I spawn on the south side of the map, this is the plan we execute. If I spawn on the north side of the map, it's plan A. So plan B, as we follow the road up to the north, there can be scav spawn-ins in this little tented area up ahead. It's probably too early at this point to get them. But part of the reason I take this path is because I think it is a safer one. And we're kind of out in the open, so if there's a sniper and he sees me, I'm dead. But from what I've seen, most of the players, they book it to the shopping complex, the mall, because a lot of the best loot is in there. And from my experience, every time I go into the mall area, outside of Ollie, I very rarely see scavs. Sometimes in the parking garages, but almost always I encounter players. So if I wanted PvP, I'd go into the mall, but that's not what we're here to do. If I get PvP and I kill a player, great. If not, well, we're just going to do our quest. Okie dokie. So we're just going to follow this path. And my goal here, I have to kill 2 scavs minimum for me to be able to get out. Or at least, you know, for me to justify it. Unless I get, like, loot that is just outrageously good. Okay, I guess there's no way into this bus. It's closed up, so we can't loot that. Now, I don't know this area all that well. So that's one of the things I'm here to learn. Like, I don't know. Is there loot there? No, there isn't. I'm going to assume there's very limited loot in this tented area. But we'll check it over. Why I'm really here? Oh, while we're talking about it. Okay. And I think I just have a basic flashlight. Kind of an overcast. Oh! That's a player. Jumped a little bit. Oh, no, that's a scav. He's close. Got him. Hey! The shotgun redeemed itself right away. That scared the living crap out of me. If you guys saw me jump, okay, so he just got me a little bit in the chest. For some reason, that didn't heal me all the way. We need to reload. Jeez, that made me jump. When he initially started shooting at me. And you could probably tell because my mouse went like that. That's one of the things that really bit me. Another time I was playing yesterday is the scav was there, and I knew where he was when I initially started firing at me, but I jumped when he fired at me. And that caused me to lose track of where he was because of how dark it was. And as a result, we died. Okay, we're going to take his SKS. I'm going to look for ammo for that SKS, because the SKS is a good viable weapon for us. As a matter of fact, I might dump the shotgun somewhere where we can find it, because this SKS is pretty damn good. We got a better backpack as well, so we'll take that. I can't take the rig, unfortunately, because... ooh, we got a key. What key is it? That's a good key. I'm going to keep that. That's one I don't have. Okay, make sure we put that on our back. Something sometimes I forget to do. Alright. I want to drop the shotgun somewhere where nobody will find it. Can I jump over these boxes? Yeah. I'm going to drop it in behind this tent. That wasn't a very good throw. Okay, this is apparently not the best place to put it. I mean, as long as nobody's watching the stream. Still, I think, too easy to see. Really faffing about here. Can I close this door? Can I close this door? Fine, you can do it. I think that first there was actually not a bad one. See, it keeps popping up like that. I'm probably taking way too long doing this. F it. There. That's fine enough. And then the slugs I'm going to save. It's a lot of ammo. Let's put that in our pocket too, just as a precaution. Check the ammo. Yeah, he did fire off some shots, so we'll reload. Try and pick up that round. It's a lot of faffing about, but honestly... Hey, Grand Gibbon. Hey, if you can get in the same raid as me, you know where that shotgun is. The reason I did that is I have insured it. So if I die, anything I have insured, if it doesn't get looted and taken home by somebody, I get it back. So it can be a good thing. Like if you have armor and you find better armor somewhere, you can chuck your old armor if it's insured, and you'll get it back. Now, I think, Grand Gibbon, this is the first time you're seeing this game played. So the idea of this game is it's kind of a looter-shooter. You spawn in the map with whatever gear you bring. If you die, you lose it. If you can extract, you keep whatever you find. You do have one little exception. You have what I call the lockbox, which is also a pouch. It's called pouch officially, but I call it the lockbox. Anything you have in this container, when you die, you get to keep. This is just a bit of ammo. Not for the gun I currently have, but we'll keep it. There's certain extraction points on the map that you can go to extract. And the first guy I killed there is what is known as a scav, which typically those are NPCs. So the NPCs is one of the interesting things that separates this from a lot of other games like this. So this is a multiplayer game. There will be players on the map. And players can run as scavs, and I'll show you that when we get out of this mission, like what a scav run looks like. But more or less, when you're a player scav, you're running with house money. You get randomized gear. You get to see what it is before going in, but it's more or less like a random loadout. Is that door open? And if you extract, you get to keep everything, but you don't have a pouch or a lockbox or anything. And everything that you do on the run doesn't really help your PMC, because your PMC, has like RPG mechanics to it. So you have leveling up, you get experience for doing various things, and you have various skills. So none of that gets advanced when you're your scav. But because it's not your own equipment, there's no real investment on your side. So as a starting player, it's a good way to get starting gear. I mean, honestly, you could just go into the run and immediately extract without accomplishing anything, and you'd profit something, right? Things that you don't want, you can sell. And anything that you want to keep, you can just keep and put it in your stash. And you'll see what the stash looks like when I get out of here. And that's kind of how it works. So, and not only that, the scavs are fairly rewarding with the current way that the game works. The game is still in early access, so a lot of it changes. There will be wipes when they have big changes that come out. Ah, okay, good. So everything I have will be lost next time they do a big update. But, you know, it's still a lot of fun. I'm very hooked to the game. Okay, so we're just continuing my path here. We're going to stay outside for the meantime. My goal, kill 2 scavs. Get out. Yeah, the next one they're doing, like, is going to be a big one, hopefully. Because one of the things that holds this game back a lot, as you might have just saw there, I had a little bit of hitching, is server side. So it's like the network code and stuff like that. I'm not a big expert in that kind of stuff, but you get lag, you get desync, you get stuff like that. And that's the big thing holding this game back. And they're switching from an older version of Unity to a new version of Unity with the next update, which is one of the reasons why the update's taking a little while, a lot longer than normal. But when that happens, hopefully, fingers crossed, the new version of Unity is going to iron out a lot of the issues. If we're unlucky, it will cause more issues than was here before. But if we're lucky, then we should have a better experience in the future. So I'm actually at my one extract right here. No, wait, it's back that way. I'm close to where my extract is. How do I know what extract I have? If I hit double O, it'll show me. So, oh, no, actually, I need the southeast. I spawned near the southeast. That's very surprising. Oh, well, we're going to head to the southeast eventually. But you have 2 extracts when you are on this particular map. That depends on what map you're on. That looks like a scav. Think I got him? Let's do a quick reload, because this gun reloads real slow. And I think I fired off most of the rounds. If that's a scav, good. If it's a player, that's fine too. I think it's a scav with just the way it reacted. It may have just gone prone though, so I can't be for sure it's dead. I don't see a body. Well, that's where he went. Well, that sucks. I laid down, lost track of him, but I needed to reload. I think I was empty. Well, the Tarkov gods are not smiling upon me today. So we did get some experience, but I didn't really accomplish a whole lot in that run, unfortunately. We did get to keep our shotgun, but I won't get that back anytime soon. It usually takes a couple days, actually, honestly, to get stuff back from that, but I will get it back eventually. So we did manage to do 258 damage. We fired 9 shots. We hit with 5. We know we killed that one guy with 1 shot. So all those other shots were hitting the other scav. Unfortunately, we just did not drop him. I saw him drop, but as I said, he could have just gone prone. So probably what happened, he went prone, I lay down, reloaded, he got back up, circled around, and then got me. We can confirm that that was a scav by the name. If it's like a really obviously Russian name, oftentimes that's going to mean it's a scav, because they don't have like player names. So it's unfortunate that that happened, but I thought I dropped him. Oh well. This game's difficult, and that kind of stuff happens. But we did get one kill, so that is progress. Hopefully, I mean, we could have gotten 2. Shame. All right, well, that's run number 1. Let's get ready for run number 2. All right, let's put the slugs back. I don't really have a plan for run number 2, so we're just going to have to play it by ear. Now, the profit there is, well, I got ammo, but the big profit is the key. I did not have that key, so it is going to serve me a little bit here. I do have a documents case here. I like to keep one slot open, so I'm going to have to think about what key to get rid of, but for now, I'm just going to put all the keys in there. Now, I'm not bringing the documents case because I don't have any keys that are relevant to the interchange. So it's just a waste of space. Like, I could put it in here, but it takes up more slots for me. But you'll note, everything that was in my Gamma container I kept. So all my medicals, the ammo that I had in there, the key, that was all saved. Everything else I had wasn't really important. So, oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and get ready for another run. So, let's first start off with the basics that we know we need. So we need one of these. And then we need to trade, and this is where it starts to hurt, because that run wasn't very successful. I only have 4 more tries with what I have to barter with, unless I get back more of these hats through insurance. So again, we're going to go ahead and trade that. We're going to wear that. This is why I've been insuring these, though, is because I do get them back. This is not gear that is really all that desirable, so I often get them back when I insure them. Sometimes I don't, if somebody is like stripping everything that people have. But like, players that have been playing this a long time, players that are very high level, this kind of stuff doesn't really interest them. What they're looking for is guns. Stuff like that is very high value. Okay, what else do we need? We need a weapon. I want to go in with something that's relatively low rent, but something that will get us a kill. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the submachine gun, at least for now. Another thing I could run with is I could run with an MP5, but I'm going to try and run with the submachine gun because I already have one. I don't have an MP5. I just have a couple magazines. Now, if I have spare magazines, I don't know where they are. My stash is very full. And that's one of the things that's going to benefit me from using stuff in my stash is it will empty stuff out a bit. I'm just checking my various things to make sure I don't already have mags before I buy more. I don't think I have very many more. But what I could do is I could just grab mags from already, because I have a bunch of these submachine guns. I could grab mags from those. Although I think I've sequestered them away in various bags. Like I think I have one in here. Yeah. You know what? Because I have the other submachine guns, I'm just gonna buy a couple. I have to buy the ammo anyway. So, Prepper, my friend. I need 2 mags. There they are. 2. I really like this gun. It's a good gun. It doesn't have very much penetration power, but against scavs, it won't really matter. Scavs can have armor, but it's not very common. Or it's not as common. Alright, so the ammo we need, and let's just go ahead and sort to ammunition. We need this 9x18. I'm gonna go ahead and take some cheap stuff. I don't really care. We'll take 150. That's probably way more than we need. But it will at least make sure we have enough. So there is that, and then we're gonna unload. Now the reason why I did as many mags as I have is because the way you reload in this game, we can go ahead and put that down, is you go from your pockets and rig. And to do the reload, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take something from your rig, and then you're gonna drop off the old mag in your rig. Unless you hit double R, you drop the magazine on the ground for a quicker reload. If you do not have a space for the magazine to fit in, so just as an example, I'm all filled up, all my 2 slot spaces, because it has to have enough room for the mag to fit. If I had another mag and went to reload, I would just drop that on the ground because there's no room for it in any of my rig spaces. So that's something you have to take into account when you go for a reload. Let's also top off the chamber, one on the chamber. And there we go. We're all topped off. I'm going to go ahead and take this ammo with me. Let's see if I have more of that ammo in my ammo boxes. That is this type of ammo. Let's just top that off so it's a nice stack of 50. The advantage of doing this is I burn through ammo really quickly with this type of gun. And it helps to have backup ammo. Now, thankfully, this type of ammo is really common and easy to find. So I can get more on top of what I have. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and grab a bag. So we have one of those. Okay, well, we are ready to go yet again. 2 things are insured. We have our medicals. I could probably do with better medicals because I already used this one. I think I have more wedges of cheese somewhere, but we can go with better than that if we have to. Let's go with this IFAC. IFAC is really good, and this one's already kind of used, so I'm alright with that. We'll sell this just so I don't get confused. Even though it's used, it still has value for selling. It's going to have reduced value than a full one, but we'll just get rid of that. This is a fairly big map, and I want to make sure that I have some amount of medicals. Now, the advantage over this, over the wedge of cheese, is that it can fix more things. So it can not only give us health back, it can also remove or stop blood loss. So it comes with bandages in it. So I have a bandage that all it does, this bandage, is stop blood loss. This can do both. It can stop blood loss and heal. So if I get more than 1 bleed, this will only help me with 1 bleed. This will help me as a backup. This will help with fractures. This will help to undo some of the ill effects of various damages you'll take. As far as this health system goes, you have various body parts, and they all have health values. And when you lose one, when it gets blacked out, you can no longer repair it, but it will have detrimental effects. Like if you lose a leg, you'll hobble around. But there are effects like, again, bleed, which will slowly eat away your health. You have fractures, which will affect you. If they're in the legs, they'll affect you if you try and run. If you're in the arms, then it'll affect your ability to aim and things like that. If you have a splint, you can fix the fracture. If you have a bandage, you can remove the bleed. Those are all things that you can do with the medicals. Okay, as far as I know, we're ready to go again for another run. We're going to go with 1053. I want to keep this in daytime. There's always 2 times you can come into a raid, and they're always 12 hours apart. Okay, everything I want to have insured is insured. I have plenty of these submachine guns, so I don't really care if I lose this one because it's not really modified in any way. Let's go. So run number 1, we accomplished something, but we could have accomplished more. Especially we could have killed 2 scavs easily. I just messed up. I thought I dropped the guy, and that's not what happened. I start to wonder if that was a player scav, though. Just because of what he did. It could have just been a normal scav. But the fact that he dropped like that, and then immediately got up and tried to circle around, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a normal scav. Scavs don't necessarily approach things the most intelligently. It depends on which scav. There's a scav boss on this map named Killa, and he has the best and most aggressive AI. He is a handful. Another reason why I'm staying away from the mall area, because he hangs out in the mall. He is very heavily equipped. He's got very good body armor, which my gun won't do anything to. And he has a very, very good weapons. He's got grenades. He's very loaded out. And he's very aggressive. If he sees you and locks onto you, he will chase you to the ends of the earth. So you have to be mindful of that. We'll switch to single fire for now. Okay, so we spawned on plan A, so we're up in the north. This area will look familiar. This is where we died, more or less. So I'm going to guess we have the southeast extract. Yeah, we do. Which is what we had before. I'm actually surprised we had that because we spawned on the south side of the map. So that was actually not that far away from where I was. Usually your extracts, so there's 3 total extracts on this map. You're only going to get 2 at any given time. It depends on what side of the map you spawn on. So in this case, I spawned on the north side of the map, so my extract is in the southeast side of the map. If you spawn in the southeast side of the map, you have to go to the northwest. Fairly simple map as far as your extractions go for this one. There's one other extraction, and it has question marks by it when I look at it. And the reason why it has those question marks is because it is a... what is the word I'm looking for? There are stipulations to... Like, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Is one element of why it has question marks. The other element is, at least for this map, is you need resources to get out. Now, that's not true for every of the question mark extractions. But in this case, it's a car. And first off, the car has to be there. But secondly, to get out with the car, you have to pay the driver money. So you have to have the money. And then you have to wait until he's ready to go. And then you leave with him on the car. So that's at the power station. And that's always there for every player. At least on this map. You know, I've never checked. Can somebody go up in that area? I see that staircase, but I wonder if the door is locked. I'm just going to check it. Because I'm still trying to learn this map. Oh, yeah, you can go up there. Interesting. So that's like a place you could go to snipe, I guess, if you really want to. Alright, so we're near the IDEA, which is pretty much an IKEA. They just changed the letters around so as not to get sued. We could go in the parking garage, but I'm not going to do that because it's a little dangerous. It's hard to see in there, especially with it being overcast like it is. A lot of the inside of the mall is dim. Checking for spawns that can happen inside that bus. Okay. So this is plan A. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the power station. So you guys get to see the car. We're going to check that because there's often scavs that spawn in there. I'm just going to go full auto at this point. I have to be mindful of this upper area, the ramp, because players can sit on that ramp and snipe down on me. Also, where I'm about to go, I believe, just checking the garage area. Okay, so we're right on top of the power station. People can also be up on the roof of the power station and snipe from there. You have to be mindful of that. An often mistake of a lot of players is they don't look up. Oh, hello. That's why I like this gun. because you can just hose them down. Accuracy you do not need. But that just burned through a lot of ammo. Not sure I hit him much. I must have hit him because he's... Ah! Ah! Oh, we know where he went. Alright, we got bleed. This is going a little longer than I'd like. I'm burning through my ammo like crazy. Let's heal up a little bit. Because we got gut shot and arm shot. I'd like not to lose my arm and gut. If I can help it. One more heal and I'll be ready. This is not my ideal range for this fight. He fractured me too? Finally got him, jeez. Alright, fix the fracture. We're going through all our medicals today. The good side, though, is we got 2 scabs, yay! But everybody just heard my gunshots, so I have to be careful here. I'm a little in pain from that fracture. Alright, we're gonna get greedy here and loot this dude. Oh, he's got this cool mask on. Grab this. I'm not a big fan of this weapon. Check his pockets in case he has something really cool. He doesn't. Check this other guy who gave me a lot of problems. That's a better weapon. Oh, he has another one of these. Yeah, we can do another run. And he's got a good backpack. Let's put our backpack in his backpack. Take his backpack. We'll search it later. I do want ammo for his gun, but we'll take a look at that later. First, I'm going to come in here. And ooh, we got some meat product, Tushonka. It's like a beef stew. That went in my backpack. Search the backpack. Oh, key I don't have. Key I do have. But we're going to take it anyway. Okay. Let's pack our mags. Takes a long time to do this, because you have to do them one at a time. This game tries to simulate realism. Can I examine this at the same time? I don't think that's a very good key, but it's one I didn't have. So this is why I brought extra ammo. Because as you saw, we burned through ammo like crazy. Which is why we're going to want his ammo as well. Let's go ahead and search his duffel bag. Nothing in it. See another person. Could be a player, could be a scav. Let's reload. I think that's a scav. Is that him there? Where do you go? There he is. Which guns? Lost him in that bush. I'm starting to think that that's a player. Aff! We had a chance to kill him, and I messed it up. We had to have hit him. We had to have. Problem is I didn't have very much ammo, so I had to conserve what shots I had. I had that one mag that I felt like I could... Yeah, it was a player. F. Ugh. Yeah, we're just not having a good time. I had to have hit him. I couldn't tell you. Look how many rounds we fired and look how many hits we got. Not very many. Well, we're progressing with our quest. We got out with a fleece hat, which is profit for me because it allows me to do another one of these runs. But that player, I could have... If the range was better for that, maybe I should have gone single fire and hosed him down a little bit more controlled. Oh well. It's part of the experience. If you come into this game not thinking you'll die, you're coming in with the wrong kind of thinking, because you will die. But we had a good chance of killing him there. We had the drop on him. I already have this key. I'm fairly certain of that. We can check that in my documents case. Yeah, I have 303 key. So this we can sell. Let's go ahead and just grab our purple bag here to make our room for the other stuff we're going to need. And this I don't have, but I don't think it's a very good key. So I'm going to put that in my extra key bag. This is where I put all my keys that are extras. Speaking of which, I have extra room in that bag to put a hard drive. Free up some room for me. So we can sell that. I'm going to sell the Tashanka. We're going to keep this IFAK because it still has a little bit of legs on it. We're going to need another bandage. And we're going to need another... And I am running out of the splints. So I prefer not to use those if I can get away with it. Okay, so we're going to sell these two items. Both of those sell to only the therapist, as far as I know. We'll see how much they're worth. Okay, 303 keys worth about 5.5 grand, and this is worth almost 8.5 grand. So we made 14 grand from that. So that's all right. I mean, we've dumped more money into these runs than we're getting out of it, but we're clearing out space, though. So now I have the problem of figuring out what I'm going to bring next. So submachine gun done. I could buy weapons. That's not like a problem for me. I do have that Mosin quest. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a real quick scav run, because we can get a Mosin from that more or less for free. Oop, armor. There. This clears that room. I'm going to go real quick with the scav run, though. So this scav run, we have a Mosin. That's for one of my quests, so that's good. Body armor, that's always good. We got a rig. I don't necessarily need it, but we could always use it. He's got some kind of bag as well, which is nice. So my goal here, we're going to do the scav run. So this is where I'm a player scav. We're going to go into the factory, and my goal here is just to extract as fast as I can. And this is one of the ways, in my opinion, that I recommend you do this, because the factory is a very small map. Now there's a high chance I'll get killed because it's a high action map. But if I can get in and get it out, I can be in here in like 30 seconds. I'll probably, it's a good chance, if I'm really lucky, that the load time will take longer than me running to the exit will. If I'm lucky. We might also have an opportunity to loot. I mean, I do have a bag, and you never know what you're going to get on a scav. I could get a really rare item in that bag or in my pockets, which in and of itself will give me a lot of profit. Mosin's not a bad weapon. It's got very good armor penetration abilities, but it's a bolt-action rifle, so it's kind of slow firing. Okay, this is not necessarily the safest area to spawn in. If we're lucky, nobody's camping the exit, because we are near the exit. The exit's open, which could mean it's being camped. Or it could mean that somebody already extracted. Let's just run for it. Oh, somebody took a shot at me, so we may have some conflict here. But we're in the extract zone. We've got a handful of seconds. They're going to have to run after me to get me, and I've got a Mosin, and I could shoot them. Hey! That's all you need to get through a scav run. Now, why did I grab stuff and put it on my character? Because when you are doing a scav run, you have to have the room in your stash to be able to bring it over. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, nothing really all that exciting on my character. But where did that go? I control-clicked it to make it go over into my stash. Oh, there it is. Let's make sure we know where it's going to be. We got this infantry carbine. We've got some medicals. That's good. The rig, which I'm going to try and keep if I can, and armor, which we're going to throw up here. It's a little beat up. Oftentimes, scav equipment is beat up. But another thing we're going to do is Ursi's clipping on my desk. Well, you're going to get a lot, my friend. We got stuff that we can sell, like this we can sell, this I can sell. So there was money had in this run, even if I keep everything else. And you guys get to see the loveliness of inventory Tetris as I move stuff around in my inventory. It's so exciting. All right, so first off, let's sell the things we need to sell. The knife only sells to Fence. Fence is kind of your catch-all dealer, and he just sells a bunch of random items, more or less. I think pretty much, at least the way he used to work, is whatever you sold to him, he would turn around and sell back to players at a massive profit for himself. He's also the dealer that gives you the least amount of money for what you sell him, so it's good to only sell him things that only he buys, like a knife. Skier is a good one to sell hats and other clothing items. Although he himself does not sell it, Ragman's the main seller of that. He's the one that buys it at the most value. So we can sell it to him for 2 grand. So right there, we made more than 3 grand, 3.5 grand, more or less. We get a weapon for more or less free. We get a rig, which is worth about 15 grand if we were to sell it, but we're not going to sell it because I can always use that later. So the weapons I'm going to use, I'm going to definitely use that infantry carbine. We're going to go ahead and put the FAL back, as well as the armor, because I might use this armor. So you have more of these submachine guns just laying around. But I'd have to buy stuff to make it work. We're going to need ammo, but thankfully, you just need a pocket full of ammo. You don't need magazines or anything, so Mosins are great low-rent items. I'm still going to keep using that. The cheese, though, we could use in a future time. Got another bandage. Always can use bandages. I'm going to try and put that back up. Well, put it up there. That's fine. We've got the bag we're more or less going to run. Let's go ahead and put the armor inside the bag because it will fit. We'll put our old armor back where it goes. We're going to take this out of... Oop, I'm about to hit open. Take that out, put it on me. So we are going to wear this armor. Give us a little bit of chest protection, maybe something that we sorely needed in the past. This rig, we're not going to use because we need a special rig for this one, but what we're going to do is we're going to like find something like this where we've got room to put it. We're just going to take all the items that, you know, this would be easier if I just put it on my person. We can transfer the items that way. There we go. There you have it. And I also have the ability to put more items in there because it's got more room. The one thing that's lovely about rigs is they have more inventory spaces than size they take up in your stash. So it's a good way to make room for other things in the future. Okay, we have one more thing to buy, and that's going to be from Ragman. He continues to get more profit from me because I keep having to buy these damn rigs. But once I make enough room in my inventory, I'm going to be a little bit more comfortable taking my insurance. Because if it's not what I'm looking for, I could at least make the room for it somewhere. But right now, my stash is so full, I'm not confident in that way. The last 2 were fun. You're right, Ursi. So we're going to repair this real quick. Make sure it's top spec. Not a lot of repair. We've got 3 choices. We've got prepper, skier, and mechanic. They're going to be varying degrees of better, but also varying degrees of costing you more money. I got this for free, so I really don't care if it's all that well repaired. And what happens when you repair an item like that, it gives you health points back, or durability points as they're called, but it also reduces the maximum number of durability that this armor can have. The more you repair it, the more that's going to be lowered. And the better repairers are going to reduce that overall health number, not as much as the cheaper one. I am going to insure it, though, so we can get it potentially back. This is not bad armor. It is level 3, which is decent. And it has 40 hit points. The highest level armor can get is level 6, which is, this is level 6 right here. You also can see what areas of your body it covers. So you've got left arm, right arm, thorax, stomach. This will only cover thorax, stomach, so it won't cover my arms. But before I wasn't wearing armor at all, so anything that hit my chest or my stomach would do full damage. We're going to also insure our beanie, or our fleece hat. We're going to insure the rig, because it's important for this quest. We've got our Mosin, which I am going to top off by taking out the magazine. This is unfortunate. Both shotguns and rifles like this require you to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to take more ammo than what I'm currently holding. This is all that ammo that my scav came with, but I have plenty more ammo where that came from. As a matter of fact, I have all this ammo. I have a lot of that type of ammo. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's grab 20 rounds. So I'm going to hit control click, switch that to 20. We just made a 20 stack, and we're going to stock that on top of that. Okie dokie. So we got 33 rounds in backup. We've got 6 inside the gun. We're more or less ready to go. I need to grab a bag, which we already had the bag that I was going to take, but we had to make room for stuff. So we've got some space now in our inventory. The only downside is my head is still vulnerable because I don't have any helmet on. So if I get hit in the head, it's going to be a one-shot kill in most cases because you only have 35 hit points in your head, and most guns are going to do more damage than that. Even your like very low rent pistols are going to do like 40, 50 damage. So if they hit me in the head, I'm dead. Unless it's a shotgun and I get like one thing of buck in my face, I can survive that, but more than that will be nah. Now, as far as quests go, what quest I'm looking to do, I just recently got this quest. Where is it? Ah, this one. The Tarkov shooter. Kill 15 scavs over 50 meters away with a Mosin rifle without a scope. So, Mosin rifle, check. No scope, check. 50 meters, that's up to me. Okay. Let's go interchange again. And we killed 2 more scavs, so that's 3 total in 2 runs. We had a chance of killing a player. I really hope I hit him with that burst, but I'm starting to think at that range I should have gone single fire and pumped more accurate shots into him. I probably would have killed him. All right, let's go 1 p.m. here. Now, we could go middle of the night, but there's a reason why I don't do that. Middle of the night can be safer in some regards, but one thing is AI scavs are very dangerous at this point in the game, and AI scavs, with the way it's balanced right now, they can see you in the dark just fine, so it's more of a disadvantage to you. Other reason I don't want to do it is because I am wanting you guys to be able to see stuff, and I know for a fact with me capturing this, it's darker for you guys than it is for me, and it's already dark for me. So, not really a good idea, but night runs can be really a good idea in particular circumstances. First off, less players will go into night runs because it's harder to see. So if you're looking for a particular thing, like if all you need to do is run in and do something, like a lot of my quests right now I'm doing is kill scavs, right? But there's other quests that are involved just going somewhere on the map and doing a particular thing. I could show you some of my quests right now. As a matter of fact, one of my quests does involve something on this map where I have to go and collect something. And I have to escape the map with it. So if that's what you're looking to do, okay, so we spawned in where? Ah, we spawned in right next to the power station. What is our extract? Is it still southeast? We've always been getting that. Come on, double O. Northwest this time, so that's that way. So we're going to check the power station again, even if there's no scavs there this time, because scavs... That was a gunshot. I can guarantee you that's a player. Even if scavs don't spawn in... yet, because they oftentimes take a little bit of time to spawn in. There's good loot at the power station. Now, the one thing that was a problem for me in that last map is I caught the attention of a player, right? Why did I catch the attention of the player? Because I made a lot of noise. Audio is a big thing in this game, and with the little gunfight that I had there, it took a while, and it was very loud. So that's why a player showed up. We want to avoid that kind of stuff in the future if we want to be able to get away with it. So moving my position... Oh, wait, am I not where... Yeah, I think I'm where I think I was. Oh, I'm on the southeast, so that's Ollie right there. Okay. I got a little discombobulated. I thought we were by idea. We're actually by... Oh, you know, while we're here, we'll check this area because scavs can spawn here. What I'm going to do... This is plan A, kind of. No, this is plan B. Because we're in the south of the map. Yeah. I am not going to do what I normally would do. I am going to do plan B. I'm going to follow it to the letter. Even though I don't want to follow it to the letter, I will. Okay, so where we're at the southeast side of the map. So where we were trying to get before, that's really close to where we are right now. Just checking for loot. I don't think there's anything here, but thought I might as well check. That might be right where I am. See if we can get a little snipey. Now, my quest is to kill scavs. Both my quests are to kill scavs. So killing players really doesn't necessarily profit me, but I do have another quest to kill USEC. There's two factions in this game, USEC and Bear. PMCs can be either, and it doesn't really matter which one you pick. It's just personal preference. But I have my current quest is to kill USEC, so I have to kill the USEC. And unfortunately, I've been killing players, but they've all been Bear, so it hasn't counted. So that gunshot was really close to me. At least it sounded like it. And I happen to know, A, players spawn around in this area, but B, scavs can spawn in this ramp area here. Now, my instinct would go up on that ramp and go to the back of Ollie. Ollie is kind of like an electronics store. Actually, the best way I describe it is it's like a Home Depot. I don't know if you guys have that in Europe, but I'm sure you have an equivalent hardware store, like a big hardware store like that. That's pretty much what that store is. Not sure if Ollie is a reference to something like IDEA is a reference to IKEA. I don't know if Ollie is a reference to something that's in Russia. This is a Russian-made game, and this kind of takes place in a fictional, like, it's not really Russia. It's like an independent city-state, but it's like right next to Russia. So most of the people speak Russian, and it has that Russian flavor to it. This is like in a fictional alternate timeline. I know that's kind of redundant to say, but like Tarkov is not a place that really exists. Although I think they use a real location as a reference point. Like this mall is based off of a real mall in St. Petersburg, I believe. And so not only is Tarkov not a real place, this is also set not actually in current time. This is set, you would think in the future, it's actually not. It's set in 2015. This is set in the past. Not that far in the past, but it is set in the past. That's all lore stuff that's not really important for us right now, but there is an element of lore here. The developers of this game are looking to make more games based in this universe in the future. The one that they're really keen on, I think, is called Russia 2027 or something like that. So this is a prequel to that because it takes place in 2015. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the route that I took on my first run, but we're taking the long way. So we're going to go along that road again, and we're going to fight scavs potentially in that like tented off area. And the reason I'm doing this is A, it gives time for scavs to spawn in. The more time you're in a run, the more scavs will spawn in. So it gives us an opportunity to kill more scavs. Because there is a chance, last time I went to that area, there was a scav. And it was there fairly early on. But there's a chance I go there now and there's nothing. So the longer I take, the more likely there will be something there. Also, the other places I'm going to hit as I go along this run will also have a chance of spawning scavs. So that's what we're hoping to accomplish here. This will eventually take me to the northwest anyway, the path I'm taking. It's kind of like a loop of a path. So we're hugging the south side of the map. And then we're going to hit the west side of the map. And then we're going to go north along that until we get to the northwest, and that's where our extract is. Ooh, a little bit of lag spike. Now, I am of the superstition. This has never really been proven. But I'm of the superstition, whenever you get a big lag spike like that, something is loading in. Whether it be a player or a bunch of scavs. I haven't really figured that out yet, but that's always like the suspicion I've had. So something is loaded in. It could just be late spawn-in players, which can happen. We have a timer in this game, and as the timer counts down, more scavs will spawn in, but if it goes all the way down to 0, we die. So we have to get out by the time limit. Now we've got like an hour in this raid to do stuff. But if ever you go into a raid and you check that clock and you're not at like the top of the hour or whatever the time limit is on the map, each map has a little bit different time limit, then you have spawned in late. Which is fine, but if your goal is to run in and get a particular rare loot spawn area, you may get beaten there. So there are, you know, ramifications for that. Okay, our sights are set to 100, which is fine for right now. We can dial that in as we choose. Oh, they may be fixed to 100. All right. I think that's particular to maybe this carbine. I actually don't know if the carbine counts as a Mosin rifle. We'll have to find out. If I get an over 50-meter kill, we'll see. But that's where my sights are zeroed. Some guns, like the normal Mosin, you can dial in your sights to a particular range. But this one has a little bit more simplistic. If you get a red dot or something like that, you're guaranteed to be able to dial in your range. It depends. If you're the kind of player, depends on what type of player you are. I think there's different strategies with how people play this. Some people just go for a particular zero, let's say 100 meters. And they adjust their aim up or down based off of what they think the range is. Or you could be like me, and you see something, you guess at what range it is, and you dial up your sights to that, and then you aim point of aim. Whatever is more comfortable for you. I think there can be a medical spawn at this ambulance, so we'll check that. So after our right is a big parking lot area. We're going to stay away from that. Don't see anything. We're going to close that so nobody sees that it's been opened and thinks, oh, there's a player that's been here. Because the only person that's going to open something like that is a player. Whether it be a player scav or a real player. Or EMC. Alright, last time we were in here we had some action. I'm not sure if the ranges are going to be under 50 meters. Because it's like close-in tent type stuff, but we're going to need to use cover to our best advantage here because we have a slower firing rifle. We're not going to be able to hose them down with bullets like we did last time. Not saying I did that successfully last time. Kind of. We threw a lot of ammo. So far, I don't see anything. Peeky peeky. Oh, I see him right there. What? How did he kill me that fast? I had armor on. He couldn't have headshot me. He couldn't even see my head. He thoraxed me. What gun did he have? How did he hit me in the chest? He couldn't see my damn chest. It must have been a different dude. But still, he punched through my body armor. I had level 3 body armor. And that shot I fired at him didn't even count. It didn't even hit him. Oh, no, it did. So I did 65 damage to him, and he thoraxed me with one burst. I'm a little salty after that one. I'm sorry, but I am a little salty. First off, I don't know how he hit my chest. Secondly, he punched right through my body armor. What do you have, an FAL? That would have done it. I can't think of any other weapon a scav would have had that would have punched through my body armor like that. Tarkov is being really cruel to me today. All that walking, we got 0 loot. We shot the guy, and he just immediately bursted me down. I couldn't even get a second shot off by the time he burst me down like that, too. It was real fast. I'm just a little upset after that one. I probably shouldn't have shot him. I should have aimed. I should have gotten to a spot where I could see his head and shot him, but there's a good chance he would have seen me and snapped around and burst fire me like that anyway. Oh well. Back to Ragman. This quest is starting to cost me an unbelievable amount of resources. So I think I've got 2 more times of being able to do this before I run out of hats. I should have checked my scav to see what he had. Shotgun. That's not really gonna help me too much. But I'm telling you right now, I've been beating my head against this quest, and honestly, I think a lot of times I've died, it's been bullcrap like that, too. Where I go in, I don't even get a 1 kill, and I get immediately murdered. A lot of times it's been players that's been doing it to me, though. We need a weapon of some kind. And this is why I haven't been going in with high-end gear, because, I mean, you've seen how easy I've been dying. And I went in with body armor that time, it didn't do me any damn good. He had to have an FAL. Honestly, that's the only thing I could think of that would have killed me that fast. FAL is this here. Because it's firing ammo that has really good penetration value. If it was an AK-74, that doesn't have the kind of ammo that a scav would be shooting wouldn't punch through the body armor I was wearing. It wouldn't have. Especially not that quickly. He fired many shots. It almost sounded burst fire to me. Or full auto. So there's only so many guns that could have fired that quickly. It could have been an AKM maybe, but an AKM would have done it, maybe. I'd have to look at that, to be totally honest with you. AKM maybe, but still. That was blistering accuracy at a spot I don't know how he hit. Through body armor. Okay, guns. I really don't want to run any of the guns I have because they're too good. We could go low rent and go pistol run. I just hate it with the ranges that we have to shoot at. But I'm getting frustrated enough. We're going to go in with a pistol. I don't have... Do I have backup ammo here? I have 25 rounds. That would probably do it. I don't want to have to root for mags that have loaded up. We'll go with 3 mags here. I have enough ammo to do that. This ammo that I'm putting in here is the best ammo for this type of gun, but it will not punch through armor. So if a dude has armor, I'm screwed. If the range is pretty far, which honestly we're being outside a lot of the time, I'm screwed. I may change my strategy on where we go this time because of the pistol, but I've gotten to a point where I'm so frustrated, I don't want to bring any good guns in, and I don't really want to spend any more money on this run than I've already have. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have to get aggressive with my tactics. And we're going to have to play a little bit of gun game here. We kill the scav with the gun we have. And then after that, so everything I need insured is insured. We pick up their gun and we go from there. That one run we had with the submachine gun was going well until that player ran into me. And honestly, if I hadn't blown through so much ammo in that earlier engagement, I could have killed him because he didn't know where I was. I had the drop on him and I could have hosed him down. The problem was he was in bushes. I knew which bushes he was in, but I didn't have the ammo to hit him. Because I would have just sprayed the bush down if I had the ammo. In theory, I had the ammo in my back pocket to reload my mags, but I didn't have the time to load the mags. And I didn't pick up the mags from the guy I killed. I had that rifle that I switched to, but I didn't pick up his mags. I only had the 10 shots that were in the rifle, so... Alright, well, it is what it is. And this is Tarkov for you. And, oh, I spawned in already, jeez. Let me just hide behind this. Because I, need to close my thermos of tea here. Okie dokie. I think I know where I spawned in. I don't think there's any loot in these tents. At least not that I'm aware of. Okay, yeah, we're in the southeast right now. Yeah, and that's the thing we need to get to. So my plan for the southeast is normally to go that way and keep going. We're not going to do that today because of the pistol. We're going inside the mall. F my strategy. It hasn't been working. The big problem is a bunch of other players spawn in this area, so I have to kind of take my time so as not to get shot in the back. We could go power station strats and try and kill whatever scavs are there. But I may run into players going the same way. I could go into the back of Ollie, which has a good loot potential. Did I bring a bag? I forgot to bring a bag. I've got medicals, though, so we're not screwed. So I need to kill a scav and get a bag on top of all that. This is where we're starting to get tilted and salty. We didn't think about bringing a bag. Okay. So what can happen here is, first off, players can make a beeline to the same place I'm going. But secondly, I happen to know the scavs can spawn in this area in pretty decent numbers. So I may get killed here fairly early on, depending on where players are. Okay, we're going to run for it. If there's players in the area, we're going to be dead. I'm not going to go up that ramp because it's a little too open. We're going to run this way. And I am booking it, because I do not want to get caught here. We could go in the back of Grosjean. I've never actually been in there. No, let's not deviate from the plan. So going into the back of Ollie, which is the hardware store. This is a good place to kill some scavs, if you're lucky enough for them to spawn in. And you don't get caught by players. But we're going to check first. I don't think I can pick this up. Oh, I can. I probably went in my lockbox, because I think that's the only place it would fit. But hey, we at least came away with something. We got a propane tank. Oh, some door. Okay. We're also going to check in here. I do have a loot-oriented quest to get computer parts. We're going to check in here. And again, I'm sorry about the lighting condition, but this is the way that this... Yeah, it went into my lockbox. This is the way that this area is lit. This is why I avoid it, because as you can see, it's very dark. But we're going to grab whatever's not nailed down. Now, in particular, I'm looking for graphics cards. If we get one of those, I'm dumping the propane tank. But we don't need our rig for anything at the moment, so I'm going to put loot in there, and it's going to be like my backpack. The only problem is it's limited in what size things can fit in it. Graphics card? Nah, another hard drive. I'm not going to take the capacitors. We already have one of those. Capacitors aren't really worth all that much. I mean, there's certain things you can do with them for trades, but you need a lot of them to make it worth it. Just gonna listen for a second. Hey, Pug. We have been having a wonderful day in Tarkov today. I don't see anybody. Hear anybody? No, we've been doing a lot of dying, Pug. That's why it's not been going well. We're beating our head up against a very particular quest where we have to wear very particular gear, and that gear is screwing me hard because I cannot bring in my better equipment. CPU fan is worth it. We'll pick that up. Now, with all the stuff that's in my rig, I have to live to be able to use to get it. And I am under the stipulation that I have to... Another CPU fan. I have to kill at least 2 scavs before I'm allowed to leave. I have accomplished that a couple times. Well, one time. I accomplished that one time, but a player killed me. Ooh, this looks good. Or not, I mean, not that great. We'll take the CPU fan, whatever. If we get a bag, we can move this stuff around. there's one more computer in here. Still looking for the graphics card. Would be nice. It's a rare spawn. I think the cords are worth a decent amount, so we'll check. I shouldn't have checked the CPU fan, but it's too late. I'm not going to root around for it on the ground. I should have checked the capacitor and the other thing. And if it looks like I'm terrified, I am. We have not been hearing much noise, which in theory is a good thing. But that's also concerning when you don't hear any noise. Like, what's going on? We're not hearing any gunshots. What's happening? Why aren't we hearing that noise? Okay. So all we have is a pistol, so we have to make these ranges fairly close to make this work. I also have to be patient and take my time. Pistols recoil heavily. We need to shoot, pause, shoot, you know, like that. Don't do that to me, Pug. Might be too early for anybody to spawn in here, but I've got another place we can check. For a tiny bit of loot. I kind of want to go in the back of the Groshan because I've never been there. But I just want to at least make sure that there's no scavs here first. Yeah, that's nothing. Just a shelf. Couldn't tell if there was a dude standing there. That's another thing about this game is you often see ghosts. Well, you jump at shadows. That's a better way to put it. What's in here? I don't think I've ever been in this area. Maybe we can get a beverage. Cool ourselves off. There we go. There we go. We got some pomegranate juice. Nice tasty beverage here. You know what? I'm going to take a pomegranate juice with us. If you get... Come on, game. If you get gut shot, you're going to need a beverage because you start dehydrating to death. This goes upstairs, probably to the mall area. I don't think we want to do that just yet. But that's a plan. What's over here? That probably goes outside. Okay, I mean, that's a potential plan. So we'll check this area, make sure there's no scavs. What's in here? Oh, it's not a door we can open. You can go upstairs into the mall proper. I don't really want to go upstairs into the mall proper because I don't really see very many scavs there, but I see plenty of players. Is there a door back there? Sure was. It is also. Yeah, you leak out all of your fluids when that happens. Actually, I did hear a gunshot, but that was... sounded far away. Got another bag here. I don't know what a propane tank is worth. I think these are worth a fair amount. I know you can trade them for a bunch of things. But I'm gonna leave it. Again, we don't have a bag. That was my mistake, but we gotta pick and choose what we carry here. Yeah, I've never been in this area before. If the propane tank's not worth very much, then this is stupid to have carried. But I've never actually tried to sell one because I normally don't pick them up because of how big they are. We got more potential computers here. Loot. Ooh, big weapon crates. That might do as well. If we can get lucky and get a weapon in there that actually has loaded ammunition in it, we've already succeeded at our gun game. In my mind. No whammy, no whammy. Ah, it's empty. Oh, that's why the door wouldn't open. It's been held up by a door. More CPU fan, circuit board. That's actually worth something. We're gonna swap out that for the circuit board, because the circuit board I think is worth more. If you're wondering why the one thing has a gold check by it, that's because it is for a quest that I have, but I already turned in as many as I need. But as long as that quest is active, it will still be gold. We also got a little bit of Windex here, but I'm not going to pick that up because I can't. And I don't think it's worth anything anyway. All right, this nice little office area proved a little profitable. Kick the coffee and get some coffee. Too bad it doesn't work that way. Yeah, I'm starting to get confused on where I've been. Oh, okay, I know where I am now. More offices in there, but it's not really worth going in there because I think there's all of one computer. We'll still check it because I'm here to get graphics cards. I'm trying to remember which one has the computer. I think it's this one. I have to find the computer though. Not there. There it is. Graphics card? Nah, just wires. Very quiet. I heard all of one gunshot. I think you need a key for that, and that's probably a good loot back there. These are just bathrooms. There's nothing in them. Now, scavs can hang out in the front of the store here. That's what we're looking for. Ideally, we get close to them before they notice us. If they're even here. If we don't see anything, I'm thinking about going upstairs. Or leaving out the way we came and going to the Groshon, which is the grocery store. Because I've never been inside it. I don't know if there's any scavs that spawn in there. Scavs can sometimes hang out by this cash register over here. So we'll see if we can find any. There's also computers in this little kiosk thing here. I guess we might as well check it while we're here. Somewhat of a risky location, but hey. We're not accomplishing much else. DVD player, fan. And at this point, I only want graphics cards. That's the only thing I'd be interested in. Why there would be a graphics card in a mall store computer, I don't know. Again, circuit boards I think are worth more than CPU fans. Although CPU fans are worth a decent amount. Okay. Looks like we're drawing a blank on this. Not seeing scavs. They tend to hang out in this area and a little bit over that way. Both these doors are not normally open, I don't think. Just listening for a second. Okay, we're just going to leave the way we came. We're going to hit... How are we doing on our timer? We've got plenty of time still. And scavs do spawn in this ramp area, so this might be another opportunity to get some scavs. We're going to check on that. Peeky. They can also spawn around the ramp area. I'm just going to walk over here, check the area down over. And if there's nothing, we're going to go into the back of the Groshon because I've never been there before. And if we're not getting action, we're going to do whatever we can to learn the map. I don't see anything, and I don't really want to peek at the top of the ramp and get my head blown off. Ooh, big lag spike here. Woo. You know what, I'll do a little peeky. Don't see anything. Yeah, don't see anything. Let's not hang around where we can get our head blown off. I'm not even seeing dead bodies as scavs, so that's even more concerning. Oh, scav right there. I see him. Hey, yeah, I hear you. We're getting very close. And we need to headshot him. Now we need to make sure he doesn't have a friend. Doesn't look like he does. What do you got for me, my friend? Oh, you got my submachine gun that I love. You don't have a bag, though, you bastard. Alright, well, we don't have much of a choice. We're getting rid of the hard drives, even though they're worth a good amount to me, because I have to have backup mags for this. Make it viable. We're gonna also have to get rid of one of these circuit boards, maybe. Let's put it down there. Okay. Switch. Okay, I want this on single shot, not full auto. What else does he have on this thing? He has a laser on it, potentially. So Control T. Control T. Okay, we got our laser active. Hey, gun game, successful. You know what I'm gonna do? I guess I didn't need to drop the circuit board. But, you know, let's unload that. That in there, because we know that's good ammo. And I don't think the ammo that was in the gun was particularly good. So we saved a couple of our mags. You know what? Bandages I have plenty of. There. And we'll set that up with a key bind. Okay, so we have a little bit more room to loot. Again, unfortunately, that guy did not have... What else did he have on him? Did he have glasses or anything? I probably should not check his body again. This is kind of a fool's errand. He just had a hat. We'll ignore him then. And his vest, A, would make my quest no longer valid, but B is not as good as the one I have. Okay, we're going to the Grosjean. I've never been in here before. Looks pretty well lit, so that's a good sign. Anything in here? No. Now, these mags, unfortunately, are 20-round mags, so that's why I'm single shot rather than full auto, because you can burn through a 20-round mag real fast in this thing. You know what? Is there a little bit of... Okay, there's no cheeky loot in there. Sometimes they, like, go around a box or something. I really don't know where I'm going in this shot for the loot. But according to the map I looked at, there should be a whole bunch of stuff just laying around, like weapon crates and stuff. Which is kind of why I went here, because we could have gotten a gun for free. It may not have had any ammo in it, but it's worth checking. Oh, there's a scav. Let's break line of sight with him. We don't want him to see us and shoot us until we get close, because we've got still a close range weapon here. Think I saw where he went. I lost him. Oh, there he is. Okay. He went left to right. He's continuing left to right. Let's get closer. Make sure he doesn't have any friends. Where'd you go, buddy? I might switch full auto. Lost track of him. Where'd he go? That answers my question. He definitely saw me. Is that a player? Mother... Ah! I think that was a player scav, and he knew I was coming. I don't know that for sure, but yes, it is. We're nice and salty here. Oop. I've got a few of these, and they're all from different time periods. This one's from 1968. I've got a couple that are from other time periods. I mean, it was a scav, whether it was a player scav or not. I think it was a player scav the way he was moving around. I was trying to sneak up on him. I could have taken shots at him multiple times, but I don't think they would have killed him. And I was trying to close distance where we would have more chance. That was just a nice quick headshot. Now the advantage of what I did there, though, I got no profit, unfortunately. But I did advance 1 kill. And I got to take the pistol back home. So, we're ready for another run. We can top off that ammo. The Tokarev didn't let me down. I let me down. That's one of the problems with interchange, too. I don't know if that was a player scav. I really don't. But because the loot can be really good here inside the mall area, you have tons of player scavs coming in. And because it's not their own stuff, they're really aggressive and they don't care, and you can have a situation like that. Now, he was shouting, but you can do that. That's something you can do. So it could have been a player scav. Either that or it was a scav that knew I was there, even though he never actually saw me, as far as I know. But he was ready to round that corner facing me and just, blam, kill me with the Mosin. 1 shot. Bam, you're dead. I didn't see where he hit me, but a Mosin's powerful enough. He could have 1-shot killed me, like, either in the head or the chest. I think would have done it, considering I didn't have armor on. Okay, another waste of money here. I'm going to see what my insurance is. I'm sorry, but I got 2 insurance things in. There you have it. We don't have to spend any extra. We can use all this gear for an extra run. I can't fold that, but I will be able to in a second. We'll keep the submachine gun around. Let's see how well we've done. I don't know how many times we've died so far, but I've killed 4. I want to say I did 5 runs, but I could be wrong on that. One way I know for sure is I got 1 hat for free, and I know I have 5 of these chains. It's actually this bag. So however many chains I have left, I keep clicking on the wrong bag, is going to be an indicator of how many times we run. So I have 2 chains left. So we've done 4 runs. I've killed 4 scavs. So 1-per-1 ratio doesn't sound like a good one for me, but I guess it's some forward progress. But yeah, this is why I've insured this stuff. We do get some body armor in here. Clearly, I was headshot last time I used this. Urshi's blackmailing me with these clips. Okay, this time we're gonna remember to bring a bag at the very least. Okay. We've got the pistol. We've got armor. We're gonna bring a bag. Doesn't matter if I die, though. If I die, the bag is pointless. I could bring a bag or not. Doesn't make much difference when you die. But we're gonna play gun game again. We were successful last time in theory with the gun game. We weren't successful in living, but we were successful at the gun game because the gun game did what it needed to do. We got a kill on a scav. We took his gun and continued forward. Unfortunately, that gun didn't do anything for us. All right. I'm going to double check that we have everything insured. I don't think I insured the body armor, so we'll do that. Because it's fresh, clean, wonderful armor. So we want to get that back in case we get a headshot. I guess the other thing that's making this frustrating is scavs are extremely dangerous now. So unless you get the drop on them or face them at a decent range, which we're not going to do with a pistol, their aim is just ludicrous right now. And if they're carrying something like a Mosin or an FAL or something like that that has really good damage output or really good penetration value, you're just dead. So we went against our normal plan, which is either plan A or plan B. That was plan C. In theory, we got a kill with it, though, so... I wasn't finding really any of the loot, though. In the back of that Roshan. Granted, I did get distracted with that one dude trying to chase him down. I think in retrospect, I should have taken the shots that I had at him and engaged him from there. But again, if I didn't kill him right away, he had a Mosin. All he had to do is hit me once with that thing and I'm dead. Now, granted, I didn't know that going into it, that he had a Mosin. I didn't know it until he shot it at me. Well, I have faith. I have faith we'll get this done. But then when we get done, I'll be happier. Because I won't have to do this damn quest anymore. But I've really started to hate this map. Because of my luck on it. It's probably unfair to the map. But I've never had good luck on this map. Like, ever. That's not necessarily true. I've had a couple times where I've had good luck. And one of that was captured in one of my streams where a group of 3 of us were able to kill Killa, and I got his loot and was able to run out of the location and extract. So that was a good one for me. That was one of those situations, though, where I was still doing this quest, and I did come in, I think, with the appropriate gear. I might not actually, I don't know. I might not have been doing this quest. I don't remember. I had a quest that was relevant, though. And I didn't get the kill on Killa, though. Even though I lit him up, I didn't get the kill on him. I think it was Dutton that got the kill on him. That's another thing. I've done a lot of interchange runs with other people. And sometimes that actually hurts you because you get easy scav kills and they take the kill. Well, we got the same spawn. So the fates are telling me you should do the same strategy, right? What is it? What is madness? Doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results? At least we got body armor, but again, if the guy has if he has a Mosin, it's going to punch right through the armor I have. It's only level 2 armor, which is worse than the other armor I had where the guy just punched through and killed my thorax. Alright, so we've proven that scavs spawn in that area. Question is, did they spawn in right out the gate? Because if they didn't, there won't be anything here. I'm being very aggressive. Oh, hello. We're gonna wait for him to come here. Shit. We're getting shot at. Good time for lag. That's sarcasm, by the way. Not good time for lag. I think the guy up on the ramp started shooting at me. We killed that guy, but we have not achieved gun game status yet because there's another scav preventing me from looting that. Also, we made a bunch of noise, so any players that spawn in this area will probably be looking for me. I shouldn't go that way, because the only thing they're covering me is a bush, and AI scavs can see right through bushes. I don't think there's a safe way to approach this. The guy's got range on me. And he knows where I am, and I don't know where he is. Okay, we're not doing that. I'm fairly certain that was a player that just shot at me. We won't be able to loot that dude. That could have been the scav still shooting at me. But again, he has a rifle, I don't. I'm not going to be able to kill him at those kind of ranges. So I have to just back off now. And if that's a player, I really need to back off. Well, we'll know if it's a player because he'll hunt me down, maybe. So unfortunate, we don't get to play a gun game, really. I killed a scav, but I'm not going to be able to loot his body. Unless we come at it from another angle. I'm going to try coming at it from a different angle, see if we can get to where that scav is at a closer range. Because it's quite possible the scav has forgotten about me at this point. I ran away. I'm fairly far away now. He's not like Killa. He won't chase me to the ends of the earth. This is the southeast extract, in case you were wondering. That's not our extract, though. And we only need 2 kills to justify an extract, so... that answers our question if there's a player in the area. I hate getting a kill and letting somebody else loot it. Right now we have to worry about self-preservation. Dude right there, I'm fairly certain that's a player. We can get the drop on it and kill him. Maybe. But we're going to have to take this nice and slow. I have a feeling he's not going to take it slow, though. What he's going to do is probably get into the back of Ollie. Or he's going to camp the area, because he knows there's another player in the area. We saw him go up the ramp. We just have to keep our eyes peeled for what he's doing. Like, if he goes up there and camps on the ramp, we need to know. I think I saw movement, but I don't think he's there. If I can loot the body I killed, great. But we should always think about making sure that things are safe first. It's time to stalk. A lot depends on how aggressive this player is. Is he camping the area? Or did he go up the ramp? I saw somebody go up the ramp. Now I hear gunshots inside. I know he fired full auto, and that's more full auto. Sounds kind of far away, though. So it may not be our boy. Good, we got some pomegranate juice right out the gate. Allow us to creep around some more, potentially. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my lockbox just in case. So we come away with something, in case this run doesn't go well. It's also possible that the player got killed by that scav, and that's a scav that went up there. If it's a scav, he should stay in the area. If it's a player, he probably already went into Ollie. Alright, what I'm gonna do... I'm going to circle around and pick up the loot from that guy we killed, which should be really close to here. He has a Taz, which is a terrible weapon. But that's gun game successful in my mind. So we're going to go ahead and take our Tokarev, which has been good for us so far, and save it. I really hate pauses. They are terrible, but it is better than nothing. Check his pockets in case he has something rare. Nope. Let's check his mag. It's full. I guess he didn't get a shot off. I think it was the other scav that was shooting at me. Okay. So we're going to go a different plan. Because we know a player went into Ollie. I'm fairly certain that was the player that went up that ramp. So with that in mind, we're going to go to the power station instead. Now, if a highly geared player beat me to the power station and is camping the power station, they could snipe me if I go down this street. But I don't really have a choice. It's the only way to go. Well, there's other ways to go, but it's the way I want to go to get to where we're going. So the Taz is a bolt-action 20-gauge shotgun. Thankfully, we have good mags for it. So it is somewhat usable. We have to keep in cover here. Make sure any guy that's camping that roof can't snipe me until we can maybe at least see that he's up there or not. Oh, big lag spike. Don't know if he can see me from here. I think he can, but if we hug the wall, that tree probably will block his shot. We want to keep these trees in between us and that building so that we don't get that snipe kill on us. There's a loot container in here. Anyway, we need to have a good run before we do Stardew Valley. We don't want to come in salty for Rose. Oh, good, we got a Slicker's bar. Those aren't worth anything, so we're just going to go ahead and have ourselves a little bit of a snack. Maybe justify drinking the pomegranate juice as well. While we drink the pomegranate juice, I'll drink some of my tea. Alright, so we killed one scav. We have to get one more before I can justify getting out of here. Let's go to the backside so the sniper guy doesn't necessarily have a good sight on me. Okay. This is going to be the point where it's really dangerous. So I have to check the roof. Do not see anything. So we may be clear. Another place that they can be is up on that ramp up there. I've seen plenty of players that camp this area because there's a lot of scav spawns in the area, so they can snipe those. Or they can just wait for somebody looking for the power station extract and snipe them as they try and leave. Okay, we have to be on our toes now because scavs can be anywhere in this area. But we're going to loot while we can. We haven't accomplished much looting. Junk. Junk. I'll take the pliers, even though it is junk. Oh, scav right there. Let's get the loot first. Not sure how I want to approach him. I've got a short-range weapon. So we need to engage him at close range. I don't know what weapon he has. He's coming back down. We want to get into a spot where I can hit him as he comes closer. But have cover. Question is, did he go left or right? My guess is he went right. I don't know. Shoot. I can't just sit around. Wait for him. Gotta hate it. When you know there's a scav in the area. Don't know where he went. You don't want to stroll out in the open and get shot. But last I saw him, he was going down this ramp. I don't know where he went after that. He might have headed into the parking lot over here by the power station. If he's there, we'll hunt him down. We're going to approach the backside here, though. We have to be careful, because at this point, a lot of scavs can spawn in this area. Alright, we're going to continue looking for loot. Close the door. Check out the windows. Nothing. Okay. Hard drive. Ooh, gas analyzer. That's worth a lot. I'm sorry, Tokarev, but you're going to have to be on the line. Honestly, I think I'd rather run with the Tokarev. In a lot of circumstances. Yeah, that Tokarev, I mean, the gas analyzer is worth a lot. At least I think so. Hatches are worth something. We got a couple computers in here. Lighters aren't worth much. I have to be careful because scavs can come in that door right there. But I'm gonna have to look every so often. I think I checked this one. Yeah, I did. Another hard drive. Tape. Take that. Another hard drive. We'll take it. On our computer right here. And then a jacket. And we can get out of here. Try and find that scav. CPU fan, worth taking. Capacitors, circuit board, worth taking. Put that down here. Jacket, and then we're out of here. Definite scav. Got him. So that's our 2. In theory, that's all we need to kill. Question is, how many more of them are there? Do a quick reload. Got a backpack. It's better than what I have. He also has armor. Let's grab the backpack first. Grab the shotgun real quick. Grab his ammo so we can use it. Take his beanie. I cannot, unfortunately, take the armor. Alright, we're going to look to extract now. We've got good loot. We succeeded killing 2 scavs. And I'd like to have a run where we get out alive. Now, I do not know if that was our man that was just walking around earlier. We'll just err on the side of no, it wasn't. Now, the way we need to go is that way. I really hate rounding this corner. Because I've been sniped here a couple times. I think the safer route is to hook that way, but that would take a lot longer to get where we need to go to extract, because we need to go northwest. Yeah, we do. Let's get a little greedy here. Those Wilson cigarettes are worth something, so I'm going to use this apple juice because there's not a lot left. And then we'll grab the cigarettes and I guess the USB charger. Now through this one run, we've got enough weapons to do 2 more runs. Question is, can we get out alive? This is the kind of run I was hoping to have all day. Now I shouldn't jinx it yet, because we're not out of the woods, but... That's close. That's really close. Probably shouldn't be making noise. In case the guy's got contacts and can hear me. Contacts are pretty much just sound amplifying devices. So you can hear things much louder than they normally would be. And considering audio is such an important thing in this game, it can give you an advantage. I tend not to use them because it messes with audio balance when I am trying to stream and do other content creation. I also just don't tend to like them because if you do a lot of runs like I do without them, it actually throws you off a lot because you're not used to the sounds. So gunshots that you think sound really close are actually quite far away because the sounds are being amplified. So it's something you really have to get used to. And in my opinion, run with a lot before you really get the hang of it. So I don't really use them. But they're pretty popular. We just need to keep going this way and we'll be out. Question is there an asshole camping the extract? Because there are people that do that. Again, another tactic that you can do. And if they are here sniping me, I'm not going to know where they are because there's so much cover in this area. I mean, we can try and keep our eyes out. But if they're at all in a decent spot of cover, I won't know they're there. It's right up there, that train. Is there extract? You just gotta get lucky here and hope that there's nobody camping it. Come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy! Hit the ground. Crawl, crawl, crawl. Yay! We did it! Ha 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 ha. We only got 2 kills, but considering the day we've had, it's not any worse than we've done before. We got out alive, so we can at least reap the benefits. You get more experience by living, too, which is nice. We got away with a couple weapons. They're not spectacular weapons, but there's something I can go in with, and I can save my Tokarev for another time. The Tokarev actually did pretty well. All things considered. We were able to sneak up on a dude one time, and we were able to pop a couple guys in this time. So the Tokarev served us very well. It's kind of weird to think that. You go in with nothing but a pistol and you have more success than some of your more geared runs. Alright, well, I have cleanup to do, but we're going to save that for another time. Because I have to get with Rose. As a matter of fact, I'm a little over time. So I'm still going to take a 10-minute break because it's kind of required for me. But if you are joining me here on YouTube, I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Bye!